We allotted 2 minutes to speak. Those who contacted the district office prior to 5 p.m. last Friday will be allotted 5 minutes. Please silence all electronic devices and find seats now. You know, I hate these glasses. They won't stay up.
I got some glue at home.
I can't win for losing. If I want to read something, I have to wear these. If I want to see somebody, I gotta wear the others.
And spray on stuff. Oh, it works great.
I don't even bring the others.
Oh,
I
it's
don't have to see anybody. Ready?
Yeah. Cool.
On behalf of the Rainbow Lakes Advisory Board, welcome to the March 20th, 2025 Advisory Board meeting. As a courtesy to others, please silence your cell phones and other electronic devices. If you need to take a call, please step outside. Talking or outbursts from the audience during the meeting will not be permitted. Please take seats if they are available. Board members and guests, if you specifically wish to call upon and speak with an individual in the audience during the meeting, please address the chair first. You do not need to address the chair to speak to other board members or to anyone from the public who is addressing the board during the agenda or general public comment portions of the meeting. This board has not allowed in the past, nor will it allow in the future personal attacks or insults against Rainbow Lakes Estate staff, advisory board members, or community volunteers. Please keep your comments appropriate. Okay. We're going to start with the invocation. Holy One, known by many names and beyond all names, thank you for every seat that has been filled here today, for each mind and heart that fills the presence of this room. We thank you. Only you truly know what we are setting out to accomplish today. We have an idea, a vision, hints, and daily instructions. We have talents, abilities, and time to work. However, only you can see in perfect detail the end of every beginning. Every project, every season, every life. Nothing is ever in vain, for even mistakes and missteps are used for good. Your righteousness transcends all our efforts and understanding. Forgive us for our pride, the pride that puffs us up, and the pride that threatens to unqualify us. Strengthen our confidence in who you have made us to be. Set us free from comparison in order to work together efficiently. Bless this meeting today, all those present, all the residents, volunteers, and employees of Rainbow Lakes Estates, as well as the lives of those we will encounter afterwards. Ready us to make every moment count. Amen. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Tiffany.
Kathy Bryant. Here. John Connor. Here. Alan McKay.
Here.
Dallas Sutherland.
Here.
Dan Wilcherson.
Here. Okay. And we have no announcements. We have nothing for the agenda public comment? No? Okay. We moving right along then. Approval of minutes for February 2020, February
20th,
2025. I have a typo in here.
I'll make a motion to approve those minutes.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Okay. Advisory Committee reports. Vice Chairman, Public Safety, Alan McKay.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Fire rescue incidents were not available, and in actual truth, I deleted the email and couldn't recover it. So I apologize for that. Regarding the traffic signal installation and potential interference with our signs and new landscaping, I received the following information from Kevin Marquez, professional engineer at FDOT. He's verifying with design engineers if any issue is anticipated with our signs. When asked about the impact on our landscaping sign plans, he said, and I quote, "We should not have any conflicts with your entrance gateway signs, but since you mentioned landscaping efforts, I will double check with the design engineers so they let us know what to be expected. In all honesty, I would strongly recommend waiting for any new landscaping until after the traffic signal is installed. The process of installing traffic signals is highly disruptive. A lot of the ground is disturbed, and while building is going on, I would hate for the community to spend time, money, and effort and for the traffic signal project to damage it. And it's my recommendation that we do delay any modifications to the sign or the landscaping there, because of that, it's pointless because it might be destroyed."
Right. The landscaping for the brick walls, but we're still going to go
Right.
ahead with the island.
Okay, yes.
And what was the time frame again on that, Mr. McKay?
It's estimated to be within 12 to 18 months of completion.
Is that as of the current date or 12 to 18 months?
12 to 18 months from the time that I had
So
originally
January?
said. We're looking at probably another year before the thing is completed.
Okay.
I've been asked by a resident if there is any database or log kept of road issues, and if so, is it available to the public? I've reviewed output from this database, and it indeed is logged. However, no apparent ability to denote when or if something is completed. This needs to be corrected, as our primary revenue user is roads and facilities and their maintenance. Keeping track of issues and their resolution is vital to ensure continuity. This is not to diminish our crew. They do a fantastic job keeping things clean and attractive and safe. And our maintenance crew rocks. They really do.
I believe that was supplied to the resident.
Right, yes. And I had a conference call with Pete Hodges and Zachary Jacobson. We discussed the road situation. I informed them of my concern of the condition of Marine Boulevard. There are many holes on the east end, and when filled with cold patch, it is gone shortly afterward. He advised this was repaved about 15 years ago, and they would pass on my concerns to the engineer, the county engineer. We reviewed the list of paving and road work for this year, and no issues in the plan were found. It will be in the minutes, or it will be in the minutes that go online. But we had reviewed all of these before. Just to refresh, in Marion County portion, 4/10 of a mile on Shasta Court, 4/10 of a mile on Viola Court, 4/10 of a mile on Wisteria Court, and 2/10 of a mile on Tamarix Court. And in Levy County, 100th place, 0.45 miles, 1/10th place west of 125th Court, 0.25 miles, 135th Court north of Southeast 105th Lane, and that should, they will regrade and the swales and section of Southeast 136, that's 1/10 of a mile. Southeast 124th Court, 2/10 of a mile. Southeast 123rd Avenue from 124th Court to Southeast 114th Place, that's 2/10 of a mile. And that's a total of 2.8 miles to be done in this coming year. And the roads will go out to bid in May, and we should have completion by the end of summer.
Now, my understanding is that on this budget sheet, that does not include any of the truck routes, and that comes directly from Pete Hodges'
Yeah.
shop. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, thank you.
And any of the truck routes are county responsibility totally. And they are responsible for any modifications or any repairs or anything that need to be done. I visited the maintenance garage and met with Zachary and Bill. Had my first real look at our maintenance garage, and I'm favorably impressed. We have not only the ability, but the facilities to keep our equipment working properly. We have quite a bit of equipment, and we need it because we have a large area to take care of. Now, on a more personal note, I found out that the clubhouse renovation will have to be scaled back due to bids coming in higher than we budgeted. We must plan things in advance and allocate funds before more ceilings collapse or something else catastrophic occurs. This is why I have been adamant about the long-range plan for our development. Ocala has their ideas on county goals, but we don't always fit into their plans. RLE seems to be an afterthought, and we must fight long and hard to make our voices heard. I implore all residents of the to let the County Board of Commissioners know you are concerned about the future of RLE and its long-range plan. And with that, I am complete.
Okay, thank you, George. And as far as the clubhouse, I kind of had that fear and voiced that then, and I still will stand by that. I think the building should be torn down.
Yeah, the bids came in higher than what, and we'll have to modify the plans.
So did they say what is going to be deleted from the renovations?
He was talking, he didn't give me all the detail, but he's, the storage rooms, they're not gonna be remodeled because we just can't afford it.
Oh,
And
just storage.
the only thing that's gonna really be done are the essential things.
Or what?
The essential things. You know, we gotta get the
Are we getting
abatement,
the handicap?
asbestos abatement, and we have to get the, all of the bathrooms, they have to be, you know,
ADA
they have to be ADA compliant. And we're not gonna really doll it up, but we're gonna make it usable and functional.
You're talking about the clubhouse down here?
Yes, yes.
Katie, do you have anything to add on that?
Just verifying, yes, we are awaiting those revised bid from the contractor. It is just the bathrooms and the main room that was affected by the ceiling incident. So once we have those bids, we'll bring those numbers back to you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, George. Buildings and Grounds, Representative John Connor.
Well, being new to the board, I am not aware of any issues going on with them. I did drive by them, they are still there, they haven't gone anywhere. And I haven't had anybody come up to me with any kind of complaints or concerns.
All right. Thank you. Code Enforcement Representative is vacant right now. Levy County Representative Dan Welsh-Huson.
Okay, everybody grab your coffee. No.
Okay.
Actually, today or this month, I should say, there is no new code enforcement issues going on. I did do a drive-by on a couple of properties that were in question. I have then since turned those over to Dave Barton. He's assured me he's already got complaints and investigations open on 2 of those. So there's nothing new to report on that. I'm still monitoring the 3 roads that have development on them but have not yet been paved or anything. They're still 2-track roads in the back, but they each have a new home on them, one. And as far as public safety, I was not aware, but there is one missing stop sign, but that has already been turned over. Marion County actually found it. I missed it altogether. Other than that, we're good.
Is that it?
Yep.
That's it.
We're gonna be out here by 7:30.
You're usually the one that goes,
I can
"Of
usually take a
course."
coffee break and
Of
go
course.
outside when you're talking. One question, is there any update on the Cox property? Are they all for that property, do you know?
The Cox property is vacant. The Cox property has been sold. The Cox property has been cleared. The Cox property is in the process of being developed. Any other questions?
Thanks. Good to see that's gone. Moving on. Recreation Representative Kathy Bryant.
All right, the Fiber Craft Society meets on the second and fourth Saturdays from 12 to 3 at the Creative Arts Center. They do knitting, crocheting, other fiber craft activities, and everyone is welcome. The Pins and Needles Stitchers Club, I actually went out there this week, and they currently have 10 or so members. It's a very happy place. Everybody was very busy. They do beautiful work. You you won't find better clothes and dog clothes than what those girls do. Like I said, they're happy. It's a very uplifting place. I can't recommend it enough. Poker Club meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 3 at the Creative Arts Building, and new members are welcome. The women's group, they meet on the third Wednesday of the month here, and then they go out to a restaurant and have lunch. They're also welcoming new members. The Domino Club meets on Friday nights at 7 p.m. I believe in this building.
When we're not using it, then everything is
Okay. But anyway, look between here and the youth center, and you'll find them. The Tater Tot Tuesday group from 10 a.m. to noon. It's free and it's open to the public. Bring your little ones for a day of social. Pickleball is every Monday and Thursday at 8 a.m. at the Sea Cliff Park. It's also free to the public. The youth center is supposed to be reopening soon. There's a nominal fee of $5 for residents for the year and $10 for non-residents. Hopefully that will be open soon. Kayaks are available to the public to rent from Mondays to Fridays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The rental is $25 for the first hour and then $5 for each additional hour. The fitness club is another one of our premier buildings. The equipment is truly super nice. The current fee is $25 annually or $50 for 2 years. And you just call the main office and they'll give you an appointment, hopefully on a Wednesday, but they will adjust if need be. There's a plant swap that should be on the third day of the month, but because we don't have a recreation director at the moment, that is on hold. Tomorrow night, March the 21st, at 6 p.m. is the meet and greet lasagna dinner right here. Hope to see everybody here. And as always, we're in need of recreational volunteers. And there is a background check necessary, but the fee is paid for by Rainbow Lakes Estates. And that's really what I got.
Thank you, Kathy. I believe the youth center was open this week, that Tiffany opened the youth center. I do have a question for Katie. We have 2 staff members here. Will Tiffany always be the one required to open the youth center twice a week?
No, absolutely not. That will be the primary function of the recreation leader once they are on staff. We just didn't want to keep it closed any longer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just wanted to check that.
Do we have the part-time?
What's that?
Do we have the part-time?
No.
No, not yet.
So our part-time should be starting next week. We're still waiting on clearance from HR, and we have reposted the full-time. Both of our candidates declined the offer.
Thank you for the update. Appreciate it. Keep us in the loop.
All right, so this is where our community center supervisor, Pam Spicuzza, would usually give her report
have
next.
a report.
But Katie's here, and I'm actually going to do a change on our agenda coming up. I'm no longer including you and Zach as guests, because I understand you're going to be giving these reports every month. So now you're stuck with us. So, municipal services reports. Now, Zach is absent today, but Katie Burton, our Marion County Municipal Services Recreation Manager.
Thank you. So I'm going to start with Pam's report. She is absent today. It was an unexpected absence for a few more days next week, possibly after that, so bear with us. Tiffany has been a rock star covering. I'll be out here next week as well, so just keep that in mind while we kind of cover Pam for Pam. So first I have our program attendance numbers. For the month of January, our programs and clubs had a total of 253 participants. For February, we had 688, and that jump was due to the community yard sale, which brought in 350 participants. As far as our funding, I have the revenues for the general government as $335,993.59, with expenses of $200,649.41.
I'm sorry, repeat.
Revenues for general was 335,993.
Got it.
0.59. Expenses was 200,649.41, with a fund balance of 1,154,039. 154,039.
Thank you.
And I do have these written, you don't have to scribble.
Thank you.
Color and everything, all right.
The recreation fund revenues are 157,642.37, with expenses year-to-date of 56,438.35, and a fund balance of 313,402. Revenues for the road and street year-to-date are $756,049.39. Expenses is $212,614.55, with a fund balance of $1,539,239.
Okay, thank you. That sounds right on.
Awesome. Our work orders for the month of February, we had 5 work orders entered and completed, and there are 3 remaining open. Year to date, we have 18 completed work orders and 5 still open. I did an audit on these open ones with Bill Watson. Most of them are just due to waiting for the correct equipment or an order, and then there's a few of them they're just simply still working on. Rentals booked year to date, we have 5 rentals in the community center and 3 in the pavilion. And that is all for Pam's report. I'm going to move on to my report. I'm excited to announce, thank you. I'm excited to announce that starting April 1st, we are going to be keeping the district office open until 6 p.m. on Wednesdays and Fridays. We chose these days as they coincide with the youth center. I thought that would be a good option for parents to be able to drop kids off at the youth center, handle busy business in the office as we have those extended hours.
Thank you very, very much.
Of course. Again, that full-time recreation leader position is still open. So please share if you know anyone that would like to apply. I'll share that again on our Facebook page. That part-time position should be starting hopefully next week as long as everything clears. It was out of our hands on the timing on that one. Additionally, we do have advisory board seats open. I will be sharing the link for anyone who would like to apply to the advisory board on the Facebook page as well. Last but not least, a huge kudos to the staff that we do have out here. They're an incredible team, covering for Pam's absence, always there when we call. And we had our safety inspections at every building with our risk department, and we passed with flying colors. Monty has come in and done a really, really great job with organization and keeping everything on track. So kudos to them.
Is that inspection the same as the fire marshal one we were waiting for? Is that a separate?
It is not. No, we don't have those official numbers yet.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
Risk management.
Yeah.
That's all for my reports.
Okay.
One question.
I did have a question.
Sure. Yeah.
There's been a lot of complaints about the wait of 3 weeks to be able to join the fitness center. Can that be streamlined if the office is open? How long can it take to take a photo and hand a pass card and say, you're on your way? I mean, why does there even have to be an appointment?
So that is the intention. Right now, the appointment system is because of the software that prints out that card. It can only be on one user's computer, meaning it's locked if that user isn't here, and it shuts down everything else she's doing on that computer. So that is the reasoning behind the appointment system right now. We are trying to be a little bit more flexible with that. Now in this budget, we will be replacing that staff member's computer, and then we're going to keep that computer as a kiosk solely dedicated to printing out gym cards so that this won't be a problem going forward.
Awesome.
So that is the intention with the next budget, and hopefully the extended hours also alleviate some of that worry as well.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Of course.
My last question. Because we have the budget workshop, and I just brought something to your attention before the meeting about some expenses going in what appeared to be the wrong account. Are we still allowed to make modifications, and up until what date?
Yes, we can modify until May 1st.
May 1st?
Yes.
Thank you.
That it?
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, moving on. Special committee guests, we have none. Our Marion County Municipal Service Director is absent, Chad Wicker, and I assume Lieutenant Julie Winkle from Marion County Sheriff's Office is in Denellen where they're deciding what to do with the police department. tonight. Okay, so let's go on. Old business, I think we probably already just covered this.
Yeah, well, sort of.
Clubhouse renovations and relief center designation, a progress report on the renovations. We will not be discussing the designating the clubhouse as a hurricane relief center until the renovations are complete, but you basically put that in your report.
Mhm.
So anybody have any questions on that?
No.
Okay, 6B, an update on our 5-year plan workshop. I'm going to throw this to Katie.
Thank you. The 5-year plan.
Where is Tracy?
No, so the 5-year plan is still in the works. We are still waiting on that one contractor to come out and look at those buildings to give us a more realistic budget for those buildings. So until then, it's really hard to put together a 5-year plan budget without any budget numbers. So we will be presenting those, and that will also, we're hoping to be able to present those new fire marshal occupancy numbers as well.
Okay.
And we will have the assessments that we completed on each building that just show that they're safe, sound, and viable to do the work on.
Right, okay. All right, anybody? No,
No, that-
moving on.
That's good.
Boat ramp fees and penalty ordinance. The board had voted last month to reverse a prior board vote that raised the boat launch fees excessively. We need to discuss common sense fees that would not be excessive and yet at the same time help offset the cost of repairs associated with the boat ramp, as well as reasonable penalties for those that violate the ordinance. We also need to investigate the legal procedure to have our recommendation accepted by the Marion County Board of County Commissioners and a new ordinance implemented. Basically, Chad is not here, and he was looking into that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you were brought up on that.
I was a little bit, I haven't heard an update from legal as far as what they would recommend or advise on that, so.
Yeah, it was the ordinance that was called into question, and that was kind of where it got pitched, was to legal.
Correct.
Okay. But the fees we could take care of, right?
No, it's written right into the ordinance.
Oh, it
It's in
is?
the ordinance, yeah.
But the fees are written in the ordinance and what's that? I'm blanking on it.
It's written
The
into the
violation,
ordinance.
yes, it's all written by the ordinance.
Oh, okay,
And it's the $1 per year for a resident and
Yeah.
50 for a non.
right.
Yeah, so it's, so I think,
Yeah, it doesn't give us, it affords us $0 for maintenance on that ramp. So,
That ramp needs maintenance. It's pretty
Yeah.
rough.
I think if we come up with a recommendation, then they can run it through legal,
Right.
and,
yeah.
but it has to start here, so.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah. And I guess while we're waiting for legal, I mean, maybe we should come up with some sort of a game plan for it. I mean, we do want the fees to go up, but I don't want them to be where they were suggested to go in the last one.
The fees that were voted in last year were pushed by a former board member, and that they were
Yeah, I think it should.
very excessive.
I think it should be mimicking the county's already established fees. I mean, it's tried and true. I mean, let's not reinvent the wheel. Let's get closer to making that wheel work for us.
Right. So that's what I'm gonna ask the board members to, check into the fees for other areas and
Yeah,
put something together, and
yeah, I
we'll
think, yeah.
move forward
Okay.
with this next month.
Yeah,
We don't want to discourage the use of the water. We want people to be able to use it and enjoy it. But at the same time, we have to maintain the ramp, and
well, it's not
It
just
should
the
be
ramp,
something.
there's maintenance involved in these lakes as a whole anyway. I mean,
yeah.
there's the lily pad abatement that we have to deal with once every couple of years. There's issues with the amount of algae and so on that's in the water. That needs to be addressed accordingly. And all of this has to be done with the blessings of FWC, because it takes a certain amount of, there is a chemical compound or component to it. So we need to make sure that we're not destroying our lakes as we're trying to maintain the lakes. So it's all of the maintenance around the lakes, so.
And that's not cheap.
No, it's not.
Not cheap.
But that's why I'm saying, I mean, even for residents, a $1, yeah, that makes sense, because our assessments go to maintain those facilities, but those assessments are severely outdated, and the cost of maintenance has exponentially increased.
Yeah.
So, but the last time that we brought this up, it was the fees were like, whoa, I'm not gonna use it.
You know, while we're discussing this, Katie, and maybe you can check into this or have Chad check into this. There are rumors going around that we have 65 acres that was sold in the heart of Rainbow Lakes Estates. It is not Rainbow Lakes Estates, it's actually Piney Hill Farms, supposedly sold to a developer. Okay, they pay no fees because they are not part of Rainbow Lakes Estates, even though they are in the center. The other issue comes up is, allegedly there are 7,000 homes being built on the south of us and going to connect to all our dead-end roads on the south. One of the things we have to consider is that our lakes, our parks are going to be used by all these people that will have full access to Rainbow Lakes Estates and pay nothing into Rainbow Lakes Estates.
Exactly, yeah, that's another thing that's been in the back of my mind too, but I haven't seen or heard anything to confirm the scuttlebutt or what we're
Right.
hearing. I've heard the same thing, but I haven't been able to find anything that confirms it and puts any meat
I
behind
think
it.
the municipal services staff is more associated with.
Yeah, they may have to reach
zoning
out to our friends in
and
development.
be able to give us a heads up.
I have also not seen anything confirming it. I didn't see the same thread that you were on regarding that conversation. So
Yeah.
I'm aware of it. We have not confirmed anything on that.
Right.
So we'll keep it on our radar.
It's just something that when we make these decisions on the lakes, maybe we will have to start pulling in and restricting non-residents, because that's a lot of people that,
Yeah.
if this is true.
Right.
You know, and with the amount of development going on and the amount of homes being built in here currently and last year, there's a good possibility that it's not just rumor. But,
Yeah.
okay.
I
And
agree.
on another point, the airboat situation. We've got people driving airboats on these lakes, and it's not legal, it's not allowed. And apparently, a developer had destroyed a nest of it was some type of it was
Sandhill Crane.
yeah, Sandhill Crane, and
Yes.
that kind of
Marine, I believe, right?
and that's Fish and Wildlife Service. That's their responsibility. Is that correct?
Yeah, it can be reported to them, correct?
Okay.
I'm starting to think that
Aware of that.
we're all stalking Facebook and social media, including county employees.
Right on the lot.
Yeah.
Destroyed it.
What's that?
The nest was
that
right
was
on the
on
water.
Marine.
Yeah.
All right, so, you know, these are things that we have to consider, what the fees would be and whether or not we want to restrict it to just residents only. In the event that this is going to connect, because there's no way we're going to block it if it's coming in.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to.
I mean, we'll fight to block it, but I don't know who will win.
It may be one of those situations where we're creating a plan A and a plan B, depending upon what our development friends say back in Marion.
I agree.
So,
All right.
we can start formulating, but I don't think we're ready to move forward on it.
No, we're not.
Right. All right. Moving on. Oh,
This is me, and I
my
know,
favorite subject.
and I know that
Levy
this
County
is,
recreation fees. This board has requested moving forward with assessing Levy County RLE residents. The recreation fees are currently only paid by Marion County RLE residents. An update progress report from, it would be Municipal Service Director, who's not here, and Dan Wilshusen. And I'm gonna pretend you're Chad tonight, by the way.
Perfect. There is no update. It's still a conversation on our end that's being had. We pushed it up the appropriate channels. So this is going to be a long-term project. As
yeah,
I'm sure
that's
you all
what
are aware.
that's exactly what I figured. I mean, I've been, Chad has been keeping me in the loop on it, so I knew that, okay, he has reached out, we're moving forward. Like you said, it's been pushed up through the channels. Now we just need to wait and see. So this is going to be one of those things where it keeps coming up, and all we can do is request an update.
Right.
And all the MSO office can do is, or MS office, MSO, can do is give us those updates, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct, and we can keep it on old business, or we can just prompt you when we do have an update pertinent to it, whichever you prefer.
I just don't want it to be forgotten.
Oh, no, it won't be forgotten.
We can just keep it on.
We won't let it be.
All right, so on to new business. Youth Center fees. Our youth center has now been open since 2018 and no increase has occurred since the initial opening. We are all aware that the expenses to operate our recreation department have dramatically increased since that time. Currently, the yearly fees are $5 for children that reside in RLE and $10 for children that are non-residents. Fees for a parent of a child that attends are currently $10 for residents and $15 for non-residents. Since we are currently undergoing a staff change within the recreation department and the center is currently closed, I believe now would be the time prior to reopening to raise the current fees slightly. We currently require a parent of any child under the age of 12 to be in attendance with their child. Charging parents fees when the rules require them they must attend seems unfair. My proposal is as follows, and I want your input on this. The yearly fee should be increased $10 for children that reside in our Rainbow Lakes estates and $15 for children that are non-residents. We should eliminate the fees for all parents who wish to spend time in a youth center with their children. This change would promote family values and unity. It may also help in our desire to gain more volunteers for the center and our other events. I also believe we should lower the parental attendance requirement for a child from the age of 12 down to 10. Opinions, thoughts, ideas?
Chair.
No.
I have it under old business because this was something that I was tasked with. Now wait until you hear what I have written.
Well,
The youth center fees that we currently charge need to be increased. These have not been addressed since its opening and the current fees are too low. I suggest that these rates be increased by $5. That would bring it to $10 per child for residents. Here's where we go off. And $20 for non-residents. Parents should be allowed free access. Also, the requirement for parents to accompany their children under 12 should be modified to 10. Get out of my head. Sorry.
I think my computer was hacked. So, opinions. George.
I think you need to get the antivirus fixed on your computer. Because he's got your bug.
Actually, his was more detailed and a little bit better written, I think.
These numbers sound good.
I don't know, I'm having computer issues. I think I blew up my speakers
Which numbers?
today.
His numbers are my numbers. I'm higher than him.
What are your numbers again?
I was 10 for residents and 20 for non-residents. You're 10 for residents, 15 for non-residents. Please make up your mind, Mr. McKay.
I like his better.
Okay.
You like what?
I
He
like
likes yours better.
I like
Mine
less
better?
is more.
I
Less is
actually
more.
liked his
You
better.
said it first, so it's yours.
What's that?
You said it first, so it's yours.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
so
said it
get the
first.
guy with the
It's yours.
big mouth.
Yeah. Dan's just copying.
So it's $10 and $15, right?
Yes, that's,
I agree.
you agree with that? Do you agree
Do not
with
charge- Do not charge the parent.
no charge for the parents?
No.
It's
And
not
you
fair to
agree with
charge them.
lowering the parental requirement
Yes.
to 10? All right, well, I'll need a motion and a vote.
I make the motion.
So you're making the motion to accept my proposal as it's written here?
Yes.
No, that's simple.
I second.
And who seconded?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Tiffany, this one's easy for you. It's all written right there.
Mr. Chair, if I may, I'm happy to take these recommendations back to Chad. I will say, as far as the age requirement, we'll have to check on that. I'm not trying to overload our one rec leader with a number that's too many legally for them to be watching and supervising. So that's going to be a risk determination that will be up to the department as far as 10 versus 12. So we'll have to look at the numbers, the ages of the kids that we have, and how many our staff is able to handle at one time.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's the only,
Correct, yeah.
the fees are going through. Okay.
Absolutely agree.
All right. Oh, wow, this is going right along.
I told you, 7:30.
Next month I'll have to add 2 more pages. Any prior meeting updates? Does any of the board have anything?
We just did mine.
You just did yours. Anybody else? No. Okay, I'm going to open this for general public comment. Did anybody sign up? Does anybody have anything they want to say? I'm going to give you 2 minutes. No. Okay.
Hey, boss, I told you, 7:30. You're gonna mess with me, aren't you? Drag it out a little bit, come on.
Okay, so I'm going to close that portion. Okay, do any board members have, or board guests have anything they would like to announce? Well, you're no longer a guest.
I think I've announced all I can announce at this time. Thank you.
Anybody? Okay, the next RLE meet and eat dinner will be held right here at the RLE Community Center on Friday, March 21st, 2025 at 6 to 9 p.m. That's tomorrow for those of you who don't know. This is a resident-only event with no charge. Proof of residency is required. Come on out and get to know your neighbors, and I believe it's lasagna. Homemade yet. Wow, amazing. I'll be here. Okay. Our next advisory board meeting will be held on Thursday, April 17th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. here in the Community Center. I want to thank you all for coming, and we look forward to seeing you next month. And that's the end of this. Meeting is adjourned.